The final curses, woes, and plagues are finished. John has shared the news that the cosmic battle is effectively over and God has won. Now he begins to describe what victory looks like. But once again, he speaks in a sort of code in order to hide his true meaning from outsiders and thus protect his audience from any unnecessary persecution because of his words. Once again, don't let the coded language throw you. It is coded language for the Roman Empire. The promise of its ultimate defeat is John's call for perseverance. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Thursday, November 18th, 2021. Here's how John begins this section. Then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great whore who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and with the wine of whose fornication the inhabitants of the earth have become drunk." So he carried me away in the Spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was full of blasphemous names, and it had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was clothed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and jewels and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities of her fornication. And on her forehead was written a name, a mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of whores and of earth's abominations. And I saw that the woman was drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the witnesses to Jesus. But when I saw her, I was greatly amazed. But the angel said to me, "Why are you so amazed? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast, and with 7 heads and 10 horns that carries her. The beast that you saw was and is not, and is about to ascend to the bottomless pit and go to destruction. And the inhabitants of the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, will be amazed when they see the beast, because it was and is not and is to come." This section is pretty straightforward and easy to interpret. The woman represents the Roman Empire itself, and more specifically, the city of Rome itself. Rome also was often represented as a goddess named Roma. Identifying her as a great whore was a huge insult on John's part, an insult that needed to be hidden from the ears of outsiders, which John accomplishes by simply referring to her as an unidentified woman sitting on a beast with the name Babylon on her head. Why does he call her a whore? This is language borrowed from the Old Testament to refer to those who worship gods other than the Lord. John's description of her parallels the prophet Jeremiah's description of Babylon. As we have seen, John sometimes compares Rome to Babylon as well as to Egypt, depending on what angle he's taking. Here he borrows imagery from Jeremiah, imagery the prophet had applied to Babylon as a way to help his audience interpret Roman power and authority, which is to say, power and authority that would soon come to an end. The beast is Caesar, and the blasphemous names are the titles that Domitian and other Caesars insisted on being called, such as Lord and God. It was for Christians total blasphemy for a human being to assume those titles which belong to God alone. The beast's 7 heads and 10 horns are a bit more enigmatic, but seem to refer to the Caesars of Rome. Which 7? John is likely not referring to a specific set of only 7 rulers, but to all of Rome's emperors. Remember, the number 7 is a symbolic number that denotes wholeness or completeness. Also, in John, some images may be intended to evoke more than one thing at a time. And so Rome was and is known as the city of 7 hills. So the beast with 7 heads can refer both to the whole collection of Roman emperors as well as to the geography of Rome itself. And the 10 horns? Again, probably a symbolic, not literal number, referring to local governors. And as we'll see in tomorrow's reading, they have a role to play also. So the focus of this passage is that the woman is drunk on the blood of the martyrs, and the beast on which she is riding is soon to descend to a bottomless pit, a clear indication of what John sees as the future of the Roman Empire, its ultimate defeat. There is, of course, more to be said about this picture of the woman on the beast, but John clearly means this as a source of comfort and encouragement to his audience. Tomorrow, John carefully helps his audience interpret the meaning of this imagery. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.